Welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to do a little something different. One of my subscribers, Marty, he owns some property and he thinks he's got gold there. The property's for sale, so he asked me to come take a look, verify that there's gold. So smash the like button and let's get to it. Okay, so here's Mindat.org. I highly recommend anytime you're doing research to check this out. But here is the map of the general area where the property is. You can see Rivertown right there. And if I go down here and I turn on Mindat localities, it brings up past gold mines or known mines. So we can click on each one of those and get more information about it. But there's where the property that we're interested in is. And so there's not a known mine in that exact spot. But if you click on this no name mine here, and you can scroll down and see a few little details about it, and you can see that it is, the commodities listed are gold, and it says low sulfide AU quartz vein. Also, when I'm doing research, I have to check this map every time. It is a map showing the distribution of the gold deposits of Georgia from 1909. And you can see the pink shaded areas are all of the known gold deposits. So if you look at the two circled areas here, you can see that there's a pink dot right there just north of Rivertown. And then you can also see on the other side, this is Google Maps, and there's Rivertown toward the bottom. And then up above is the property we're interested in, 4785 Georgia 166. And so I'm thinking we're pretty close to the pink dot, but I'm not 100% sure if we're exactly on it. But that's a good place for us to start. So I'm going to start right here. As you can see, there's decomposed bedrock. Right, actually, look, there's a layer of gravels right through there. But that's the bedrock right there. So I'm going to dig right in the middle here. So I just filled up my pan from right there. So we're going to pan it out, do our first pan on this property, and see if there's gold or not. Yeah, it looks like mostly garnet sand, not as much iron sand. Oh yeah, we got the pink and purple sand underneath there. Alright. Get these bigger rocks out of the way. Oh, there's some black sand in there too. So my first pan, I'm not really seeing much visible gold. That doesn't mean it's not here. I think there might be some very, very tiny ones right there, actually. Super small. Let's see if we can zoom way in and see. Oh yeah, there you go, look at that. Okay, there's some tiny pieces of gold there at the top of the pan right there. So it is definitely here. Not in a high concentration in this pan, but let's keep looking around and see what we can find. But we do know for sure there is gold here, and there's the proof. So my first pan right here, we did detect the presence of gold, but let's see if we can do a little bit better. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and dig down right in the gut and do a pan from right in the middle here and see how that turns out. So second pan, I'm not sure what we see in here. Gonna have to zoom in, see if there's any micros. And I'm not really seeing much in the way of micro gold at all, or any gold for that matter. Let's walk around a little bit and see what we can find out. Alright, a little gravel bar up here. And there it is. We definitely have gold here. So it's small, but you can actually see it pretty easily. It's not microscopic. But that came from right over here. where we got the water, it slams into the bedrock right here. And I just dug down there a little ways. All this bedrock right here is turning into complete mush. So if there's any crevices, I'm able to just scoop them right out with the shovel. I'm gonna work this a little bit more and see if there's more of that. But yeah, there's definitely gold on this property now. Well, I already saw garnets earlier and I knew there was kyanite, but that's a nice blue piece of kyanite right there. I think that one's worth throwing in the snuffer bottle. So I got a piece of lead shot there. What's this yellow colored stone right there? Is that some kind of gemstone? I'm not really sure, but it's pretty yellow. So there's definitely some gold on this property, that's for sure. There's actually two little pieces right there, but it's only coming 1 or 2 specks at a time. But gold is gold. All right, so I know there's some gold down there where little man's digging. So we didn't get skunked, that's for sure. So we know gold is coming from up there that way. So let's see if we can find some pieces of quartz that look like they might be worth crushing. Interesting, got some vug action going on there. Might try this one. I'll put that in the bucket. Let's keep looking around, see what we can find. Seen a lot of snakes in here so far, so. What's this? It's got some staining to it. Let's see. That one's definitely got some bugs in it. So I'm gonna grab that one. There's a couple tiny ones. There's that one there and that one there. So 2 colors in the pan. Yeah, so there is some gold, that's for sure.
Right on top too.
The next pan has what looks like 1 color right there. So we're getting 1 color at a time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 1 deeper. I'm gonna see if I hit any kind of bedrock, and then we're gonna move on and try something else. That's definitely the biggest piece of the day. I think I'm gonna do 1 deeper because the pieces of gold are getting a little bit bigger. All right, this will be the last pan from that spot, and you can see there's some gold right there. So we're definitely getting some gold in just about every pan now. So I did my test pans right here in the middle. I call it digging in the gut. And you're not necessarily going to find the biggest deposits that way, but it's going to give you kind of a average of what you can expect to see, you know, on this property. So you're going to find some areas where there's, you know, thicker deposits, but now we know that there's definitely gold here. And we got some ore samples over here, some black and orange looking stuff. It doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna crush some of it up and see if there's any gold. shake it down to that size, and then once I get a decent sample, we'll pan that out, see what we got. Crushing some rocks. With this one I like it because it's like a hand-driven stamp mill, and when you twist the handle like this, you can kind of grind material down a little better, and then dump it in the classifier. Once I get that pan, decent size sample, then we'll pan it out. Alright, let's pan this out. I'm panning into my bigger pan because I just don't want to bother with the current.
So what you panning?
So this is some of that ore that we picked up here off of your property. I just picked up some random pieces, and so have no clue if there's going to be anything in it or not, but we're just gonna check, see if we can get a couple specks out of this crushed ore. When you crush up this quartz really finely, it almost turns to like a glue consistency. So you got to be careful to make sure it's all stratified. No big nuggets popping up, but let me zoom in here and check closely. Let's take a closer look here. We just picked up some random pieces of ore, so I'm not expecting anything crazy, but can't tell if any of that's gold or not, which probably means no. Here's what I ended up with after about 20-25 shovelfuls or so. It's not going to weigh anything, but there's definitely gold on that property, so now we know. Okay, so I doubt it's going to move the scale, but we're going to try it anyway. .019 grams. It did move the scale. All right, there you go. 0.019 grams and 25 shovels of material. Well, there you have it. Marty's definitely got gold on his land. And if you've got some land in Georgia or somewhere in the southeast and you think there might be gold, go ahead and send me an email, rookiegoldprospector@gmail.com. We'll do some research and maybe I'll come check it out. But I appreciate everyone watching. You'll find links to all my social media and my merch store below, so please go check those things out. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video, and I'll see you next time.